while we're recording. We're on, baby. We're on. We'll see how it goes, man.
And that's the best part about being live. You can't edit that.
Nah, we'll see how it goes.
I'm gonna get. I got to get some new intro. Uh, This is kind of catchy though.
Is it not working? I can't hear nothing, bro. We're live too. Been live
Thanks
for
for tuning
35
in.
seconds.
Thanks for tuning in tonight for the Guy Legal Podcast with your hosts Big Mo and me, Platinum Cash. We got HD in the building with us today. We really got a great show going on tonight. We had Memorial Day weekend. It's Memorial Day today. We want to give thanks to all those in the military and their families for the efforts and things that they put in for us to be here and have our freedoms. So we appreciate you on this day today. But we're gonna move on. We got a lot of stuff to talk about and get into. A crazy week. It was live this weekend in Portland. I mean, it was just insane. A lot of stuff was going on everywhere. Everywhere. So let's just tell me about your weekend. Let's build up before you go and explode first. Let's build up to it. Let's build up to it.
Oh boy,
Let's
where
build.
do I start? Um, you know what, HD, I'm gonna let you. How was your week, man? I need to choose my words wisely today because I'm a little bit
Oh,
amped up.
No, man, my week's been fine. I guess leading up to the weekend, just a regular work week. That's all it was. Just a lot of recruiting stuff, trying to get guys going. And then, yeah, and then obviously leading up to this weekend tournament. So we all had games. We all had interesting situations. So, yeah, that's about it.
What about you, Platinum?
my week it was an interesting week, man. Cool kick back, build up. We had our local tournament here after getting back from LA the other day, other weekend. So it was the Memorial Weekend tournaments. They put on. You have the different uh, places to go to. Ours out here is they do the Portland metro area, so they say it is. Um, I don't know
Don't forget
how.
Vancouver. Don't
I don't
forget
know how. I don't.
Vancouver.
I don't know how battleground falls into that, but I'm just confused. Like battleground is another 18 miles away. I'm just confused how that even is in the area. But either way, it's neither here or there. But yeah. So we practiced. We got into um, actually something funny, crazy that had happened. Um, I was supposed to go to practice, and I told Mo I ain't gonna make it to practice because I couldn't see out my eye. So what happened was I don't even know what the thing is called. Never heard of it in my damn life. But my eye duct got clogged up and got infected. So my whole eyes swelled up and I couldn't see out that thing. That shit was hurting like a mug.
Is that why you couldn't see?
Yeah, and I was like, nah, I ain't going nowhere. I get the weirdest stuff, man. I swear to you, the weirdest
Always,
stuff.
always a doctor's appointment. I wonder
Yeah.
what that premium looked
Hey,
like with you.
I bought stock in Providence because I'm to get my money back. Get my money back. But yeah, no, that's the only crazy thing that happened to me this week going into the weekend. Um, but yeah, let's go ahead. You can go ahead and tell your story because mine
I,
is minimal compared to yours. Let's go.
it wasn't no, the week was good, man. It was good up until this morning at 9 o'clock. Looks like somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed, but the week was good. We was ramping down on club basketball, and then we were starting to ramp up on high school basketball. So the week was actually pretty good. And then all of a sudden this morning, people want to be an asshole, and it just got a little heated, right? And again, it's
So what's the build up here? So
oh
the
man.
game close, the game not close. I wasn't
So
there, so
we were actually up, and I think my guy had to remind me that we were actually up. And one of my players, they were fouling the whole game. One guy was calling, the other one wasn't, right? They were bad both ways. So, it didn't phase me. I think I called the timeout like prior to the incident, and I'm like, hey, we just got to play through contact. Then, one of my kids just gets shoved, right? It was literally like mid-air. And at that point, you cross the line because you can get somebody hurt at that
yeah,
point.
I agree.
And obviously it's a kid that's really close to my heart, obviously, but right. So Like I said what I said, my response was, hey, we're paying you guys to ref the game, right? And all of a sudden, I don't think he liked that comment because he ran over there like he was literally on the other side of the court. He wasn't next to me. You know how officials are. He was on the opposite side of the court when I said, hey, man, we're paying you guys to officiate. And it's solely because my guy turned around, like he fell, he got up, and he looked at the officials and was like, hey, hands up, like, bro, what I got to do to get a call?
Yeah.
Right. And Buddy's standing like this here with the whistle in his mouth and started laughing at him. Right. And I said, and that's when I got mad. I said, he's not lying, man. I said, you can get somebody hurt. We pay you guys to officiate. Right. Like, again, like I feel like we're paying a lot of money to these people and they're not officiating. So once I said that, he ran over there. Don't worry about my money. I ain't gonna say the N word, but so I sat there. Understand, I was coaching this game sitting down. I was not standing up. Wasn't a threat to nobody. And then he continued to get in my face. I mean, he was close too. So I stood up, right? Like I stood up and I was like, first of all, you're not gonna get in my face. That's just not gonna happen, right? What you gonna do about it? Yeah. And I'm like, okay. So,
is the game over? The game's still going?
Nah, bro. It's 13 minutes to go in the game.
Oh my gosh. I thought the game was over.
Bro, it's 13 minutes to go in the game. You can't make this up, man. So, like I'm sitting here and whatnot, 13 minutes. So I balled my fist up and if it wasn't for my kids, let's just say I'd probably be in jail. Because I was ready to hit him and he kept threatening me to hit him or whatnot. So I stayed mellow for the most part. I think I could have snapped at any given moment, but I thought what was crazy was he was like, well, we could take it outside then. Cause I'm like, you lucky my kids are here, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Well, we could take it outside. We could take it outside. Well, a couple of things for me. A, you don't want to take things outside with me. I'm not going to tell you why, but you don't want to take things outside with me. That's the last place you want me to be at. Because I may make an irresponsible decision at that moment of time. Let's just put it that way. And so he just kept talking. I had another coach in front of me, and unfortunately, that coach is only 5'5". So like you got two six dudes looking at each other, right? So he was a no brainer. But then again, I think my parents was. I think my parents was adamant, like they were angry, and apparently they've already reached out to Hoop Source, and I'm gonna blast their asses right now because I got an email from the Hoop Source person saying, "Hey, can you give me a call?" And I'm not calling, right? I felt he's been wanting my high school team to play in a lot of these tournaments or whatnot for him, and I felt we've spent a lot of money. Both high school and club, in terms of HD or whatnot, trying to support, the local come ups and stuff. And we're just not getting what we need. So I'm not going to bother to call him, but, he did send me a message after going back and forth with me this morning on, after I told him, hey, I'm not playing in any of your stuff no more. And he was like, well, refs make mistakes, coaches make mistakes. You're right. But anybody that knows me knows it takes a lot to get me mad, right? And and I think that's the thing right there. It's not. I don't go 0 to 81 like some of my friends do, right? And I thought this morning Buddy crossed the line. He really did. And if it wasn't for my kids, I promise you guys, I'd probably be in jail right now.
What consequences is he going to face?
None. That's the problem. None. Like the message that I got. What's nonchalant? I'll send it to you guys afterwards. But literally, the message that I got. Hold on 1 second. I'm actually going to read it. So we went back and forth. I'm not going to go through all of it, but the message I got, sounds like there was some accountability on both sides here, brother. How about you give me a call? Just heard from a parents in your program. Heard from a couple other parents teams that was watching it. Yes, the referee was out of line, but you also couldn't. But you could have controlled your anger as well. So I guess my question is, if somebody walk up in your face, what do you do?
Where are we at though?
You're at the game. Yeah. Somebody walk up in your face, like, do you get angry or do you just walk away?
Based on my medical, I gotta walk away.
I think you gotta. I mean, you gotta hold your ground to a point, but obviously, like you said, you're in a game with kids, so you obviously don't want to break into a fight. But at the same time, you gotta hold your ground if you believe in it.
Man,
I mean,
Yeah,
this
and
this stuff is just getting out of control, man. We got coaches. HD got his own story happen today too. I mean, what's going down?
I, I actually thought what was even crazier was, after I went and sat down because my parents was like, Mo, it ain't worth it. I sat down, right? And now you got my guard dribbling the ball up the court and the ref still chirping at me, right? He's on the opposite side of the court. He's still talking, right? My point guard gets mad, pick the ball up and say, yo, shut the F up. My coach ain't even talking to you, right? So that just goes to show you like how angry my kids was. And again, we went ahead and lost the game. But I actually think my kids understood the situation, right? Like at that point, it just had got out of control. I typically will I challenge a ref for bad calls? Yeah, but there's a difference between a bad call and then there's a difference between a kid about to get hurt, right? And I draw the line there. Like
Yeah, no, I agree.
unfortunately, like you can have bad calls all day long, right? You can coach badly all day, all weekend long, right? But when it comes to a player's safety, right? Like that, I draw the line there, right? There's no excuse when it comes down to player safeties.
I think the biggest thing we're seeing is that like these, at least for our area, a lot of these referees don't understand how to have a dialogue,
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
right? And that's the biggest part. Like they don't know how to have a conversation with the coach without getting offended or anything like that. So I always
Instigating.
tell people, yeah, instigating, right? And they think that it's power trip or they want to be part of the game or something. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you can escalate the whole thing with just having a quick dialogue with the coach, and the coach has to just have to accept it. That's what
Yeah.
I always tell people. Like
Yeah.
if you can just explain yourself, or not even explain yourself, but just have a quick dialogue. Yo, I didn't see this, or my bad, I missed this call, or let
Mm-hmm.
me see what do you see, but you see a lot of these referees, especially in this area, being aggressive with it, right? They're stepping in and saying like they're the authority. No,
Mm-hmm.
man, you're not the authority. You're just here to control the safety, making sure everyone enjoys it, right? And that's what honestly is a lack of training. It's a lack of even having
Yeah.
accountability, right? Like if you tell a person like, I get it, refs is a shortage,
Yeah,
but there also has to be a standard,
I
and there
agree.
has to be a certificate, just like we go through background checks or we go
I
through
agree.
training.
Mhm.
I agree.
Like the refs have to go the same thing, and they would know the difference, right? Like if you look at high school or college, these refs are held by a standard. They know
Mm-hmm.
they're
Mhm.
evaluated every game. They know if they want to get paid more, they're evaluated, and they also know if they want to ref in the championship games or the main playoff
The bigger
games.
games, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, they're evaluated off their non-league games or their league play games. And
Yeah.
so, but here in the club world, especially here, there's no accountability. And that, me and Mo talked about it. I was like, there's a reason behind it where who source cuts the cost
Yeah.
on these referees and just gets whoever, and they don't know, how to have a conversation with the dog. Don't get me wrong. There's sometimes us coaches step the boundary a little bit,
Oh,
Yeah.
but usually
100%.
usually it comes down to kids' safety, right? I think I always tell people that that's my draw too, is where a kid is unsafe. Then that's when I step in myself as gets a little aggravated. But if you can be bad, be bad. If you can be good, whatever. But don't jeopardize the kid in the game
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah. And I 100% agree. I mean, look at yourself. What you had a kid that lose 4 teeth in
Oh
a
yeah.
game and there was no call.
Yeah.
Like
That's
how
insane.
how how is that
That's insane. I'm
physically possible?
surprised the parents weren't out there throwing. That's when you're out there throwing something as a parent. Like
Like
I
you
don't,
get you get four
man. Come on
teeth
now,
knocked out. Like how is that physically possible, right? And there's no
Yeah.
call, there's no whistle blow, right? I'm assuming
hey,
blood was probably everywhere.
if he was a
Oh,
different
it was.
kid, somebody would have been swung on.
Yeah. The funny part about that, not funny part, the thing about that incident, well, he was bleeding everywhere. They didn't call it, and then there was blood. They didn't want. They wanted to start the game right away. I'm like, yo, there's protocol. You got to go wipe that blood off and like clean it and stuff like that.
Are
Like
you
you can't just
serious?
on the yeah. So the refs don't even know that stuff when it comes to like protocol,
Or
right?
care? Maybe they just don't care.
They don't. He shrugged his
Don't
shoulder.
care. Don't
The referee
care.
shrugged. Yep,
Like,
referee
like,
just shrugged his
like the
shoulder.
ref in my game literally got into it with the fan. Right? He arguing with the fan, and then told the fan because the fan was like, "About time you made a call." And he's like, "Oh, okay. I just won't make no calls then." I was like, "You can't do that. Like, you got to be the integrity of the game. You got to make the calls. It ain't about the fan. It's about the kids. You trying to make it about the fan, and we ain't about that. Just call the game, or maybe I won't call calls, or I'll make some calls up."
Mm,
And I was like, and
yeah.
all the fans are like, "What? You can't do that." We all heard you. He goes, I don't care if y'all heard me.
Do you guys gotta bring a ref onto the show then, or what?
Shoot, what, my brother?
Shoot, man.
Shoot. I'm right here. I am literally right here reffing.
At this point,
I don't have a whistle
because
they don't blow it. That's why.
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know. I have connections with quite a bit of refs. I mean, I can probably reach out to one, but I guarantee they're probably gonna be, yeah, we don't ref that league for a reason, right?
Oh, they don't. I've talked to a couple from the good ones.
And again, it was, the two officials we had today. One of them was a OSA ref, and you can kind of see it, right? What the other one was not, right? And again, he was. I think his comments to me was, Coach, I'm doing as much as I can do, right? Without help, right? And when you hear stuff like that from an official, it's like, and again, through my entire incident, I want to call out no technical, no ejection, nothing. He, even the other official said, I can't tee him up because you ran up in his face, right? Like that's how bad it was, right? Like no technical, no ejection. Right, out of all of this that was happening, and then shout out to the fat ass security guard that was just sitting his ass there.
He ain't doing nothing,
right? Like
my guy over in the corner at the table.
He was just sitting there, bro.
Yeah, my guy. Yeah, he said, I'm just waiting to get off. Putting this 8.5 hours in. That's what he told me yesterday. He said, I'm just putting this 8.5 hours in.
Yeah, that's what he did today too, man.
And by the way, well, you can't just call him a fat ass like that.
At this point, I don't care, bro. I hope he hear it. I hope he hear it. Put that disclaimer up. I hope he hears it.
Oh man,
I do. I hope Hoop Source get a hold of it. Again, they don't. I officially retired from coaching in any Hoop Source game today.
Man,
I retired, bro.
It's a lot of bad tournaments out there. I think the tournaments are getting watered down. The refereeing's getting watered down. The play's getting watered down. Everything's getting watered down.
But you know what though? Why is it that we can go to LA? Okay, why is it we can go to LA, have quality officials? Some of them are bad. Don't get me wrong. Some are bad.
Because I heard the story.
No, some are really bad. Don't get me wrong. But if you think about, I think last year, weren't we? Where were we last year? Corona, right? Officials phenomenal, right? Like
did we have 3 officials that tournament?
We did. Yeah. We had 3 in that tournament, but they were phenomenal, right? We were in LA. The recent LA trip, they weren't horrible. No. Right? Like you see what I'm saying? But they interact with the coaches, right? In terms of if you see something wrong or whatnot. I think it's that dialect that HD was just talking about, right? Like we just don't have that here.
When it comes to training, because of accountability, and because of organization, Hoop Source to tell them that this is our standard, this is what we're doing. If they're going to control, because the problem is with Hoop Source is that they don't have a signer referee. They do their own referees, right? So they got all this stuff, and so it's just
all they got to do is get a commissioner over the referees that they bring in, and then run training. I mean, if you want to have your
own
stuff to be successful. And people not to be complaining about stuff like that, it's gonna come back and bite you. So why not just do it? I know it's all about money. People don't want to spend money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the same reason I told you it's the same reason I told you guys why the Memorial Day tournament is 3 days long for everyone instead of most teams. 2/3 of the teams should be done on Sunday.
Yeah,
and that 1/3 should be on right. It's a money grab. So he wants to cut corners, make money on the high end, and then cut corners on the referees where you shouldn't be. And now you're charging more. So why the referee not getting paid more? So if you pay some of these referees, the good ones, the real money, then they'll be reffing.
And that's one of the reasons. You'll get better teams too.
Yeah, but that's also one of the reasons.
I mean, but think about it. I think you just brought up a great point. What they charge us, $400 a team, right? Mm-hmm. So if you just take our 3 teams, that's $1,200 right out the gate, right? Mm-hmm. So again, in today's world, in my eyes, right, when I host a tournament at my school, typically the funds go to the entry fees go to the officials, right? It may be $45, $50 a game. I don't know, right? It depends on whoever set that standard. But then the door fees comes to you. It doesn't seem like he's paying the refs, as much. If you're thinking $400 a game, $400 a team, that's $800 a team, bro. Mm-hmm. And then you got $15 door entry fee per day. right? We played one game yesterday. We didn't play two. We didn't play three. We played one game yesterday, and my parents had to pay $15 for one game.
Mm-hmm.
And then today, obviously, we could have played more, but you know, circumstances just didn't allow it. But it was $15 for one game today. So parents are paying $45 over a course of 3 days
If they go over there, yeah.
per person. And I actually have some families that bring their whole family. Like that's
I can tell
just
you this
crazy.
right now. If I was still playing, ain't nobody showing up.
Oh, I did see a
Ain't
post
nobody showing up.
about
My mom be like $15.
I did see a post about that, and some of the people were commenting about like the only way this is probably going to happen is that parents themselves boycott it.
Boycott,
They
yeah.
just drop off the kids. They just drop
Yeah.
off the kids and then wait out in the parking lot.
Or
Yeah.
kids drive
If I was a
themselves.
parent, I would do it. It should be no more than $10, right?
Yeah. I mean,
but
like I say, we're in
it's
the
equality.
Yeah. And
Because
we're in the
if you go ahead.
Go ahead. Nope, you go ahead.
I said because the problem is that what they don't know, let's use Hoop Stars as an example again. If you compare it to other tournaments and the door prices, the bare minimum they do is one, good referees. Two, they provide a score table. Right.
Yeah.
Now you want the parents to still right. You still want parents to get pay, but some don't pay, and then they get conned into it at the end because they do pay and we have no one else. Right. And so they don't get that free bracelet. But even at that free bracelet, so I gotta work after I paid my kids' team fee to play in the tournament, and I still gotta work it and watch whatever. So like I always feel bad about that. And then that's the difference is the quality over quantity, right?
Yeah. I mean, even in LA, we didn't need a score table, or Vegas, or Arizona, or wherever else we've traveled.
Or Seattle.
Yeah,
now,
or even Seattle.
Now in LA, you might be waiting a little bit at the score table because they got to go get their lunch. You know, they got to get their snack in. So you're gonna wait a little bit sometimes, but you ain't got to run it.
Yeah.
The crazy part, Seattle was cheaper to get into games, but they had scorekeepers. You know what I'm saying? So they were paying I think it was $12 or something like that. But they were still a scorekeeper, you know. So
yeah. I mean, we're obviously high school sports. We're in a tournament next weekend in Salem. Admissions is $5. Right? Like, and they were clear when they sent the email out, hey, we're not trying to make a game, we're charging $5 to be able to pay other people's, right? Like the people that's running their doors and stuff like that versus volunteering. So I actually think that was, I thought that was interesting that they sent that email out. But again, it's owned by the tournament's run by the Oregon Coaches Association. So a little bit different behavior. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. No, we're seeing a lot of stuff that's negatively happening in the club basketball world, right? Like back to my story, my game, right? I had this coach very animated on the court. I'm talking about little mini me, right? Just 5'6", just activated, right?
Just Kevin Hart out there.
Yeah, just out there. And I'm like, yo, what is going on? And then I was like, he was just so animated, but he took his kids took the character of themselves, right? Well, after a game, we beat him, and some comments were made, and I guess one of my kids said something because they were talking crap to them during the game because we played them earlier and then we lost to them. So it was something from Saturday, and then now my kids just gave it back like any other kids did after you beat them. And next thing you know, these coaches went wild, just at it, just boom, boom, boom. And then even one of my parents blew a kiss to the coach, and that made him worse. That made him mad because he was like, whatever, like. And then the kids were like hyped because their coach was hyped. I'm talking, this is a grown 50-year-old man, right? Like a 55, 50, something like that, just being all up, and then trying to get in my face, then they're trying to get into my other coach's face. And then next thing you know, they were like trying to take it outside. I was like, oh, we're too grown. I said, but the crazy
everybody trying to go outside.
Yeah, but the crazy part, the second he left, his kids and his team went back to being kids, right? So it was that adult figure that was making it bad for the kids and making it whatever, right? And I was like, and I literally told my coach, I was like, this is the reason why club basketball has a bad rap. It's because of this coach right here. Him and his assistant, both little twin mini-me's, both 5'6", just chirping like little chihuahuas. I was like, come on, bro.
So my question now, is it a lot of these guys not really good coaches or trainers, they're just in it for the lifestyle?
Yeah, it trickles down all the way from the parents to the kids, right? So like the coaches, they need to be they need to have some background, they need to have some training, whatever. I don't know what it is, but there's got to be a standard for everyone, right? And this is the problem where we see club ball. There's no standard. like you talked about Platinum about being watered down. It's because stuff gets watered down when you have no standard. You
Yeah.
know, like I told people, if people took it like they did for soccer, like the courses, coaching courses, 90%, I swear, 90% of coaches and club
Wouldn't be
would
coaches.
not be able to
I
be
agree.
coaches.
I agree.
So
That makes
like,
sense.
we get the little
Do difference? Don't we all have to fill out the same stuff and go through the same background checks, or is it different from
not for
states
them.
to states?
No, but not for them because of you talking about with like the USAB stuff and all that.
Yeah.
No, because if you don't go to play in live sanctioned tournaments, we go play in live sanctioned tournaments, and we have to be background checked and do those courses. But like a team like I played, you don't have to do. They don't. I know they don't because they're good.
Yeah.
They're good. So it's like,
Wow.
that coach doesn't have to.
I thought everybody had to do that.
No, there's no requirements. I mean, to be a coach, but there's also no requirements that you have to take any classes or whatnot either, right? Like I think, like to Haney's point, right? Like I think we have to do
for
that.
Everybody.
Now it's only for those live tournaments is where you really have to be.
All coaches that are coaching AAU or have the AAU established team should have to do all the training. Like you're in the circuits. You're playing against all these teams and these kids and these other coaches that are doing it. You should have to apply by the same things as well.
But it comes from the tournament standard.
Yeah. I just think just basic fundamentals, right? Like behavior classes should be taken all the time, right? Like, I mean, you have to take it in high school. You have to take it, Haney, like you said, we have to take it NCAA when we get those certifications, background checks, the whole 9 yards, right? But I don't know, man. I don't got the fits for it, right? I'm just a complainer right now. But I tell you what, I'm retired from Hoot Source, so that's one organization that ain't got to worry about taking my dollars.
Well, let's be real. It's a huge big problem in youth basketball itself, right? Like you're seeing stuff how jokingly everything is now on IG and stuff like that. Some of these games or kids playing it, and it's like, why do you think these guys from overseas are overcoming us, the youth? Especially and it comes down from the coaches, right? Like how they teach the game, how they develop these kids, and that's why we're doing it. And it trickles down to the kids itself. So you got a coach who was just out there trying to bang on the streets on the court. Like, I'm like, bro, it's not the streets, yo. Like, what are we doing here? And, also the ref could have calmed it down in that game too. That guy should have been kicked out. I'll be honest with you. Like, I was like sitting here like, this is surprising. I'm sitting here like, this would never fly in a high school game. This would never fly in a college game. And that's the thing about how you present yourself, right? I think there should be standards to it, right? So I think coaches, I hate to say this, Platinum, but there should be rules. So like, it should be a quarter zip or a polo or like your shirt or your program shirt, right? Like a shirt, a nice whatever, like, and then something obviously, and then closed toe shoes, no slides, right?
No hats,
probably no hats,
backpacks,
no backpacks,
no. That's a whole conversation we're gonna have. Don't worry about that.
I think we all agree with there's no backpacks allowed. So. And then you start holding those people, and then like just like soccer. Here's the crazy part: the team that we played, they picked up 2 kids from another team that just played.
Oh yeah,
yeah, 2 kids. And I even called the coach out before the game started. I said, "Oh, I see you guys bringing out 2 kids who just played on a different team, not even in your program."
Yeah,
and he goes, he goes, "Oh, other teams are doing it." I said, "Oh, see, that's your problem." I said, "That's your problem." I said, "You're doing it because other people are doing it?" I said, "There's no standard no more." And he tried to like justify it. And I was like, "All right, fellas, that's cool." So if you don't like hold as kid, here's the thing. I'm not trying to say things need to be expensive, right? Because I think people try to get that mixed up with standards, but there has to be player cards, or everyone has to be held to a certain level for this stuff to be successful. And the problem is that when you got Hoop Source who has a monopoly, who doesn't understand. So here's the thing. Hoop Source, I almost dropped the name, but Hoop Source, what's it called? They could change the game here in Portland because they have a monopoly, right? So they could really set the standard of what basketball looks like in Portland, right? But they decide they look at the money side more than anything else. They don't see the bigger picture.
And I think what bothered me more than anything, right? He wanted to talk to me via text message. Right. And you're asking me to you're asking me to have my program to play in your tournaments, right? After I just shared with you an experience that I had this morning and told you why we're not going to play in your tournaments, and you want to talk via text messages. And now you're asking me to give you a call. I shouldn't be the one calling you. If anything, you should be the one calling me, right? To talk to me about it. But and what's crazy is, man, him, we've been friends since Beaverton days, but I'm just done with him at this point, right? Like it's crazy.
Shoot, I've known that dude for the longest. He don't reach out to me at all. He used to get bullied. I used to protect him.
All right, Platinum.
So I'm just putting that out there. By the way, while you was running through the halls with your basketball, they was stealing it from you. Get that boy's ball back. I was there.
Oh man! All right,
I remember.
All right,
I mean, the positive side, I don't think I saw any parents fight each other. So I guess that was a move.
Yeah, I mean, no, I
not
agree.
out here, but I'm pretty sure it happened somewhere this weekend. Somebody tournament is about to pop up on your TikTok or reel here in a minute, just because you said it.
Yeah, no,
fighting.
No, it was crazy, man. I thought it was crazy because even some of my parents was like, I've never seen an official like that, and I'm sitting here thinking in my head, I have in Arizona with with DM. So I'm sitting there thinking in my head, but that was a coach. That wasn't an official. As I thought about it, right? Like I've never seen. Like I've seen officials with attitudes. I've seen officials with egos, right? Never seen an official that just comes from the other side of the court, walk up in my face. Mid-game. It wasn't a dead ball or nothing.
Man.
Like this was mid-game, bro.
9 a.m. game. I knew I should went to 9 a.m. game.
Mid-game, bro. Mid-game. And again,
you should have just headbutted him in the stomach.
I'm actually glad. I'm actually glad my coaches weren't there, right? Especially DM, right? Because I do think if one of you was there, it probably would have been a different outcome, right? Than with the coach that I had there. The coach that I had there was a lot more. I think he was afraid. Like I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I think he was a little bit scared.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, which is why I took a couple of my bigger parents to kind of come and step in because he was literally between us, and he was like, and I was just sitting there, and then even that coach was like, when you stood up, his face reaction was like, "Holy, he's a big dude." I don't think he realized how big. Yeah, no, the ref. Because I don't think he realized how big. I was coaching sitting down the whole time, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't stand up. I didn't. When I told him, when I said what I said, I was sitting down when I said it. I didn't stand up and just start yelling at him. You know what I mean? Like even one of my parents was like, well, I guess he didn't like the fact that he's getting paid to ref a game and he don't want to ref comment, coach. I was like, man.
It's okay. My referee today got mad. The game went to overtime. He got mad. I saw it in his face.
He was like, you cut into my barbecue.
Yeah, he got mad. He went to OT. But the crazy thing about your game, Big Mo, is that I saw a post about your game with the team that you're playing on and the huddle. They're videoing the person's huddle, that team's huddle, and they were talking about how the referees ain't calling nothing. So you guys have to play through it and stuff like that. So it's kind of funny that you hear that from the other team huddle.
Yeah, I mean, that was exactly what I was telling them. But kids, you can only play through a certain amount, bro, before it becomes a bloodbath. You know what I mean? Like, and my type of kids, that certain amount is not a lot, right? Like we're not in the hood. I'm not in the hood coaching kids, right? Like I'm coaching suburban kids, whatnot, whatever you want to call it, but. We're not. It's a different dialect when you're in the hood. Like it's just, it sucks to say it, but it's true. But just trying to play through it. We let a lot go, but I think again when my kid once safety became a concern, that's when I got angry.
Yeah.
So before we move on, I gotta ask this question, bro. Hold on, I gotta show the picture.
You got a picture too?
Are we jumping ship to a different topic?
We're jumping. Okay. We're staying basketball, but I'm just done talking about hoop source and against today. Hold on, I got to show you guys this.
Was it a transition?
We ready?
You like that,
bro? What's going on here, man? Look at this.
HD already went over the etiquette for dress code.
First of all, I want to call out that this is a second grade basketball game. I wanted to record a moment, but I only took the picture. So you see both coaches got a backpack on, right?
Hey, that's backpack you there. That's what they do.
This guy right here, guy right here called the timeout, took his backpack off, took his notepad out, drew up a play, put it back in his backpack, and put his backpack back home while I was watching this game.
Okay, so you know what that is, right? You know what that is, Big Mo?
What's that?
He's got OCD, but his is way worse than mine.
Is that OCD?
Yeah, that's bad OCD.
Well, what about this
wearing
dude
a
here?
backpack? Wearing a backpack's not OCD.
No. He took the pad out, wrote on the pad, put the pad back in the bag, and then put the backpack back on.
And put the backpack back home, bro.
Yeah, no, that's worse. Mine, I at least leave it out. I ain't trying to do all that extra work.
Bro, this was the fun. Both of them coaching in it. Look at that.
That's what I told you. I don't get it.
Hey, at Swag Elite, you can wear slides.
You can do a lot of things at Swag Elite.
Scallywag Elite. Sorry, Scallywag Elite.
Yep. I know what that was. But bro, I had to show that picture because I thought it was absolutely insane.
Dang.
When I saw that.
You just put people on blast out here.
Hey.
Throwing shots. What we got up? Oh, you got two. Oh, yeah. I was like,
no, you're good. But I thought that was just absolutely insane. Like, especially when we talk about just basketball and what you should wear versus what you shouldn't wear. You know, I'm the snitch on our team. For those of you guys in the chat that don't know, these guys don't wear the right stuff. I'm going to tail.
That is for sure the truth, 100%. And you know who they're telling on? It's always me. I'm the only one they snitch on because I'm the only one that's not wearing the right stuff.
It's not only you, bro. Come on now.
85% of the time.
Well, you the one showed up in slides one day.
Hey, I was getting ready to go from there to the plane, so I just wanted to be comfortable. Hey, I coordinated.
Oh, man.
I didn't want to have to change my shoes just to go through TSA.
That was one of the best days ever, bro.
I think that was the day we almost was left. I'm not going to go back into that. That's horrible. Even though I'll have another adventure soon.
Guys, I'm still just having to talk about that again. That just still made me mad, bro.
You ain't got your drink over there?
Like I do, but I just wish that big. Ooh, what?
Well, we definitely would have got some views. Oh, I throw that thing right on Kylingo right there.
Let's just say I would have lost all coaching rights at that point.
Nah.
I would have just been back to just working.
Nah. So we got this game. Y'all seeing this game right now?
Mm-hmm.
Timberwolves might be going down 3-1. They might be going down 3-1.
Oh.
Well, what you calling only had 4 points at halftime, bro.
Shea got 37. Williams got 34. Hogan got 21.
That's a good game, though. 9 seconds left. 125, 123.
Oh. Nope. Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing. Are any of these teams, maybe the Minnesota, but any of those teams who win a championship, right? Are they markable?
Nope. So
right.
if OKC and Indiana, it's going to be the least watched finals of all time.
Well, I think these finals four is almost the least, with the exception of New York. I don't think there's a lot of people that's locked in.
They need New York to be in there.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of people locked in watching these final four.
Why did they bring Scott Fisher in for the Knicks game? What do you think that is? You know what I'm saying? They brought him in.
You like that conspiracy?
You know, hey, you can't make a whole bunch of things true. He cannot be part of every situation that happens, and Scott Fisher's in that situation.
That is, yeah. I mean, that goes back to Chris Paul. It goes back to prior to that. Like, you're 100% right. Like, that dude is always.
He's involved.
Always there's some sort of involvement when there's a win that's needed from the right team.
Huh. So he just made it. Adam's like, okay, you got to be on this next game. So he's he's working tomorrow.
They said they exhausted a rule that was like the referees, one referee or some referees worked too many games already. And so they existed a rule that kicked in to sub Scott Fisher into that series. Not the Minnesota OKC series, but the New York Knicks series.
But what about the rest of the officials? Did they work too many games as well? Because that same crew is working equally the amount of games for that series.
That's true. Well, someone got kicked off.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just odd because those officials supposed to be assigned for the series, right? Unless there's an injury, then there's an alternate that occurs. So,
Do y'all think these refs are still getting paid under the table?
Oh, some paid to rig it. For sure.
Here's the thing. I think betting
I
in
mean, it
professional
happens on
sports
the
has
lower
changed a
level
lot
for
of
free,
things.
so I'm just trying to figure this out.
Nah, you got some interesting with betting coming in the world of professional sports. You always have to be in the back of your mind, which sucks because, like the great old Charles Barkley says, right? Once that notice that things are rigged in sports, it's over, right?
Yeah.
But
I mean,
here's the thing. Here's one thing I tell people: you guys have to understand NBA and NFL more than NBA now.
It's entertainment.
It's straight entertainment now, right?
Yeah.
So was it?
Oh,
But
100%.
here's the thing that people don't understand: NFL, NBA, NHL, all the major professional league are under the same business as WWE, where they're
saw that.
allowed to write the script. They don't, but they're under the business practice. They're allowed to write the script.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean,
Huh.
we always say that they don't, but I mean,
Well, they need to write the script of Detroit Lions winning the Super Bowl finally.
that's not gonna happen, bro.
This is the year. It's written.
It's not gonna happen, bro.
It was.
We gotta wait
What is it on? The Simpsons said so.
We gotta wait until the Super Bowl colors come out.
That don't work because that wasn't the colors this last year.
It wasn't? I thought it was.
Nope.
First time? Yeah, the Eagles color was in there.
Who's sitting around doing this shit right now? Who's sitting there like, oh my god?
The NFL.
If they have a flower on the background,
the NFL. Nope, the NFL.
The guy same guy who writes the spread for the Vegas. You know, he knows what to do.
Yeah.
And there's just a guy waiting for when he dies. He just walks into the room and you're the guy. Like who gets to determine that guy?
Hey, I'm telling you, man. It's you can't make that stuff up.
How do you, I want to get in the room. That's who I want to talk to. I want to talk to the guy that does that. That's what you need to be having on podcasts.
Are you talking about the analyst? The analyst
is the person that gets to decide the spread.
No, you can't. You'll never talk to that guy.
No, that guy technically works at McDonald's. They don't know. People don't know he's the one who does it.
He homeless and shit. Just like, hey, I'm homeless.
They
ain't gonna never mess with you if you act like you're homeless.
And here's the thing: the way that sports is actually happening now, right? Like you could damn near gamble anywhere now, right? Online and everything. There's no doubt about it that there's so many burner phones and stuff out there that's placing bets. Mm-hmm. Like it's obvious now.
Well,
I know high school kids are betting. High school kids are gambling.
Yeah,
it's becoming an epidemic for high school kids. Actually,
same with college kids. They're saying it's the biggest thing right now compared to like alcohol. They said this actually gambling is worse than right now.
Yeah,
correct.
I think that's why they're struggling to make college gambling legal in a lot of on a lot of apps and stuff like. Well, on a lot of apps, right? It's legal on FanDuel, but not like things like DraftKings and stuff like that. You can't bet on college at that point. So I think that's why they're struggling because I mean, come on, bro. Like
college guys gonna bet on themselves.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. The throw a game or plus minus when you start to see your stats tonight.
Hey man, I gotta hit four threes tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
what happens already?
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
I just need to be friends with that person. I need to hit 4 threes so I can be like, hey man, you gonna hit the 4 so I can bet. So I can bet big. Like, talk to me.
You on camera and on the phone and everything. Then I got you now.
What do you mean? What it just happened in NBA, right? Home dude got Michael Porter Jr.'s son, brother.
I saw that.
Got busted up.
Yeah, got busted up. And it was a big ring.
That's so stupid, man.
I saw that.
Is that gamble that much?
It's hard to believe he did. It's hard to believe he didn't know, but with you being the brother, right? Like
he knew.
Dang, bro, you didn't have no money.
He had money. He was trying to make more money. He was trying to triple it up, double it up.
At some points, enough's enough, man.
To who, Mo?
I don't know what that cap was.
But the younger brother was like on a minimum contract, right? So don't get me wrong, he was still getting paid 6 figures, and then obviously your older brother is a multimillionaire, so that's
just couldn't stun like his bro.
Yeah, but he's always been in trouble, right? Stepping back all the way to UCLA.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So, but you're gonna see it everywhere with the gambling, and that's what's affecting the game itself. And so that's what I'm saying with the game of NBA. It's like everything's entertainment, all right?
Yeah.
ESPN's about to go all in. I think they're going to make it so you can watch games live, but bet on the TV screen
while it's going. Yeah,
on the TV screen.
Yeah, like the next play down turnover.
Yeah. I mean, that's a $1 billion industry, man.
Or 3-point shot.
Like it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, right? Like gambling alone, right? Like I think we all do it, right? So it's a
I'm
multi-billion-dollar
broke. I can't
industry.
gamble.
Hey, it is what it is, but man, it's a great industry
But you
to
guys,
be
anybody
in.
wants to cash at me to help me in my gambling career start off, that'd be great.
But
Actually,
that's the push of
Venmo.
entertainment, right?
Yeah, I
You
do.
know,
I do. I do want to call out that I've been gambling on the same money for 2 years now. I want to call it out.
But let me see. He started with 10.
Nah, bro. Hey, so I put 100 in 2 years ago, right? Didn't win nothing in football. Didn't win nothing basketball, right? I had $25 in baseball, right? No, nothing. Understand the spreads in baseball is always -1.5, +1.5, right? I hit like $2,000, so I've been gambling off the same funds for 2 years.
Off of
I
baseball.
haven't cashed it out or nothing. I just been gambling off the same
That's all y'all
funds.
gonna hear about baseball right there. That's it.
Yeah, it's
That's,
just. I'm just saying, like it was a random bet, bro. It was during the summer, and I was like, I'm gonna take this bet here.
you got to be careful. You got to be there careful, Platinum. You know when July hits or end of June is all baseball.
no,
You're
Mhm.
gonna
I
have
just,
to play around,
I just don't talk about sports.
or you can talk about, or you can talk about soccer this year.
All I'll be talking about is
Nah.
is the live period that's happening. That's what I'll be discussing, and then seeing
And
how these refs are doing
bro,
at
the
that
end
time.
of the end of June, bro. We started talking about trades. There's plenty to talk about at the end of June, right?
Hey,
Like it's
Oh
gonna be
man,
some
have you
good
watched
trades.
ESPN in July? There's
It's
nothing
go.
on there besides Summer
Yeah,
League
we'll
Summer
and
make
League.
baseball.
hey, Summer League's actually pretty good. Like I've been wanting to go to Vegas and check out Summer League. It's crossed my
Well,
mind a couple times, but I'm always in Vegas the following
maybe
week.
We are.
I know. I do it on purpose.
Do
But yeah, I
it on
got
purpose.
I do though. Like I do. I've thought about it. I've thought about it a couple of times. I even think last year, I thought about flying down like just a couple of days and then flying back, and then obviously got to
Nice.
go back again. But yeah, no, I do want to catch Summer League
Oof.
one of these years.
It's gonna be
It
a
used to
busy
line
June.
up with us, but then they changed it. The NBA changed their
Mhm.
schedule. It used to line up for us the same weeks, but then they changed it. But there is live. That's live period weekend for Vegas, anyways, for our ages. But yeah, just too many people.
Yeah,
Can't be in that environment.
I bet. I bet. Then
True.
you got the broke
Prices
people.
goes up.
Oh, I bet it does. I bet it does. That's why I got to look for the free rooms. I need to be there Wednesday, Thursday, not the weekend. Right?
What is it? Thursday, the week before?
Yeah, if you go during the weekdays, probably get free rooms. Probably
I think I got all the month of July.
You're there the
they
whole
Look
month
it
of
up.
they
July.
comp you. I haven't even
Mm.
checked.
Yeah, look it up,
Dang.
Big Mo. Look at your thing when you Big Mo. Look at your
I'm
thing. July is
I'm
Oh
there's a lot
wow.
of free in July.
There's a
I'm gonna
lot
have
of
to
free.
check. Bro, I'm gonna have to check, man. If I can literally, if I can go to a summer league game, I think that'd be pretty cool.
A lot of free.
Or our
Go
schedule's
watch
about to change.
go watch my Heat play.
Why?
Yeah, why?
See, that's y'all problem right there, man. Haters.
I was just asking you why. That's
Who you,
it.
who you looking
like-
forward to?
Look, man.
Like,
Look.
what player are you going to see there that you want to watch?
Look, there's plenty of people I like. What y'all talking about?
Do you
I'm
guys even
looking
get a
for
top 10?
Who?
You guys get a top 10 today? This year?
No, we're 15. We're
Oh
16,
yeah, see.
something like
So you
that.
barely got the lot. So you didn't even get a lottery pick, do you?
They got to make a trade. They try to
No,
get Giannis.
we didn't get a lottery pick.
Trying to get Giannis.
We're trying to get Giannis. We're trying to get DeRozan. He's
DeRozan?
on
You
our
have no one to give
radar.
up. You have no
He's on
DeRozan.
he's on our radar.
DeRozan?
Why would you want? Why do you want like a 40-year-old?
Yeah, it's Miami.
That's a good place to retire. Like, what the- It's Miami.
That's what you get for laughing at me.
Dang.
Damn head
Dang.
almost.
I'm about to go blank here in a second.
You dropped the whole shelf on your head.
If we can get Giannis though, that'll be a big pickup for us. If we can somehow make that happen, but and then I think they trade Dame as well. I actually think Milwaukee finna go into a rebuild, bro. I think their years is over. I actually think their years was over when they hired Doc Rivers. That's when it changed.
Yeah, they should never got rid of Budenholzer, but
what's
the name wanted to get rid of him.
Yeah.
What do you mean? The NBA getting rid of winning coaches? Crazy.
Yeah.
That's that part that blows my mind away, bro. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
weird.
just to hear that concept,
Like
right?
7 of them over the last
Like,
7 years.
yeah, just to hear that concept that you can win and still lose your job. Like, what else are you looking for?
Winning doesn't matter. We're looking for a culture, your social media, your
Like
views,
you,
your
Oh,
followers.
is
but
it being coached?
most winning teams have really good culture, though.
But is it a coach who's holding someone accountable that then they whine to the organization about?
There it
That
is.
that's the
There it
problem.
is.
What you just
That's why
literally
that's why Jokic likes Adam better.
that's the problem. People don't like accountability, bro.
Because then he could just chill, act goofy, do all the crap he wanted to do,
Yeah,
and everybody
that
could just hang out and bring the fun back.
yeah. People don't like accountability. That's why
Gotta get
Giannis not a big
gotta get
fan
on
of
the fun
Miami.
bus.
Yeah.
Hey, you agree with Stephen A? He says, what's his name? Pat Riley needs to retire. And what's his name needs to step up to be GM.
I
The coach.
I don't think Spo is
Sposa.
ready. I don't think Spo is ready to stop coaching. Right. I think he's probably the next Team USA coach once Steve
Yeah,
Kerr
that's what he
steps aside.
said. But he's
Um,
saying that the voice up top needs to change.
I don't think the voice up top needs to change. I understand the hard ass that Pat Riley is, but at the same time, he also has to kind of shift a little bit. Not saying, go away from what you do, but go away from how you approach situations. Right. Like I think that's gonna be super important, right? Like, I mean, all of us are coaches. HD has his own program. You just have those I think HD, you kind of told me this a long time ago. You have those daily vitamins that are just non-negotiable, right? And I think Pat Riley has to change how he approached that conversation
You mean
because I
that
think Miami has a body. They have a body fat limit that you can have. Being in Miami, like one of the only teams
you should
in the
want to have a
league.
body fat limit in Miami.
Like, yeah, but one of the only teams. One of the only
I'm
teams
trying to get
has that though. That's the crazy part, right? So I don't know. Like, I don't think it's time for Pat to fully retire, but I do think he needs to change his approach on how he's talking to some of these
be
younger
more
players.
adaptable.
Yeah, because they're more
Like,
sensitive. It's not the Shaquille O'Neal's or the Dwayne Wade's or the
yeah,
Michael Jordans of the
yeah.
world anymore. Yeah, I mean these guys are more sensitive now.
So you think that the situation with Butler could have been totally different, ran differently? He would stay
No,
or not?
no.
They weren't going to pay him.
Butler wanted more money. Period.
Yeah.
And with Butler, I'm I'm picking up on the trend, right? He left Minnesota, it was a bad blood. He left Philadelphia as a bad blood. He left Miami bad blood. I give him 2 years, he's gonna be talking crap to Golden State unless he's retiring. Right. So
Him and Steph at the same time.
it's just, like I don't know. Like with some of these players, I don't get it, right? Like we was paying Butler what, 56 million and he wanted 66?
He wants
Bro,
big
Without a
bucks.
championship?
Here's the crazy part. He
how
went to
much more
California
money
and
do
gave it
you
back in
need, bro?
taxes.
Yeah, but how much more? Yeah, because
Like, shit,
there's no
just think
state
about
income
it.
tax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you went to California and gave that back in taxes.
Yeah. So you got your money, but now you're giving away, 25-30% in taxes.
To the man.
So now you're making less in California
Correct.
than what you was in Miami.
But the culture is better, Mo.
Yeah, I don't think that would have changed anything, HD, to be honest with you. I just think Butler's just one of those people that it's my way or the highway. One of them sensitive people that we kind of talk about, right? Like if I don't get my way, I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum.
That means a lot of kids.
Speaking of tantrums,
Yeah.
did y'all see that Antonio Brown got jumped this past weekend?
Was he at like a fight or something like that?
Boxing
Or like
fight?
a
Yeah,
box-
in Miami.
Did you
Yeah.
see? Did you see the video of him running with his gun and he fired it too?
No, yeah, I saw it.
He
I
got
saw the
arrested
video.
though, I heard.
He got
right?
arrested.
Oh yeah. You can't have a gun. You can't have a gun fire. You can't fire a gun and get away with it. That's why he got arrested. He went after the dude and shot. He fired. I don't know
Shot
if he
him.
fired it in
He
the
said the
air
dude got shot.
or he did get shot.
The guy said he got shot by him.
It was clearly on camera. Like you saw him running out of the arena with that gun in his hand. As soon as he ran out, pop pop. I was like, dang.
Oh, he got inside the arena with it too?
Yeah,
No, this was
running.
outside.
No,
This was
he was
outside.
running. He was running out the tunnel. The video I saw of him with the gun.
Oh, because the one I saw is he's getting beat up, and then he gets out and he runs because a girl's on the camera. She's like, "Oh my God, here he is!" And he runs by her, and then he gets to a car, and then everybody starts running. He's like, "Pop, pop, 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 pop." That's you might find a video. You pull it up. There's like 80 of them. There's two different. This is crazy. Is people really they really risking their lives for these videos, and they ain't got no media. They ain't got no media gear on. So these bullets can go any which way.
That's what I don't understand, bro.
And they out there like this, getting the footage. I'm getting these views, baby. I'm getting them.
Well, between that and people talking about meet you outside, bro. Like, I'll never tell somebody to meet me outside.
Catch me outside.
On, man.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, like I'll never tell somebody to do that, bro. Maybe it was a parking garage when it popped off. It was a parking garage.
Oh my god!
I was gonna say, damn, you got into an arena with a gun?
Yeah, it was a parking garage.
Man, and the thing about it, I guess I saw it on Cam Newton's podcast deal. The dude that he got into it with was the same dude that ran on the field during the halftime show, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and got busted for that.
So this dude looking for lawsuits.
So there's like both dudes are crashing out on each other. The class of the crashes is what they say.
So he looking for lawsuits.
I think they just looking to try to be in the news or something. Like, what the hell?
Everyone wants to be relevant.
He did get beat up though.
Speaking of fights, I was downtown, right? So my boy was staying at this hotel downtown Portland, and I'm eating my Caesar salad with chicken on top, which was actually really good. It was actually probably one of the best Caesar salads I had in a long time. So my friend who's staying at the hotel, his son and his friend, they're there, and he goes, "Oh man, they're about to fight," and I'm like, "Who's fighting?" So you think I would get up and be like, "Shoot, let me go out and check"? No, I'm just kept eating. So I tell the bartender, I said, "Hey, I think somebody out there fighting." He's like, "Oh, really?" So he runs out there, and he's all talking to the cops and everything. Cops show up. Now, granted, the hotel is literally a block away from the police station. A block. So I'm like, "What's happening?" He came back and he goes, "Yeah, man, these dudes stole this other dude's car." And I was like, "From the valet?" He was like, "No, they're friends, but they're like crackheads." So the dude was going to take his car and try to sell it, I guess, and he pulled him out the car because the dude was trying to take it, and they started fighting on the corner of this where the hotel is. Tweaking out, fighting on the corner, right? So the cops come, and the dudes are over there. They break them all up. Nobody gets arrested. And he over here, the bartender's tripping out. He's like, "Man, that dude need to get arrested." I said, "Where they finna take him?" I said, "They're finna take him to that house right over there and have him detox." That's what they're finna do.
Ain't nowhere to take.
He's gonna be back out here next week.
Nah, ain't nowhere to take crackheads. Unfortunately.
I was like, wow. And that was the start of the night. Like, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. Was it an interesting night for you?
Interesting.
Hey,
it was a wedding. Somebody got married. So there was a wedding party that came up into the bar at the rooftop. It was pretty cool. I guess they definitely weren't expecting that many people. There's a lot of people up there. Very interesting. Our group. So there's this girl that's from out of town. She's from Atlanta or Mississippi, right? So
I heard about it.
She had Atlanta everything on, like jersey, hat, Georgia socks, and she had cowboy boots on. Okay. So she's like, "Can I buy you guys a shot?" We're like, "Yeah, sure. Come on over. Buy you a shot." Kept talking about the day party she went to. So she went to the day party, kept showing the pictures, like, "Oh, yeah, yeah." So she's like, "I met this guy at the day party." Dude, speaking of backpacks, dude shows up with a backpack on, right? And she's like, "Yeah, the party's at our room." Blah, 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 blah. We're like, "Okay, yeah, yeah." They take off, gone. I said, "Man, I wonder what he had in that backpack. I wonder if he had his like rape kit in there, right?" No joke. Me and HD are sitting in the lobby, like, what is it, 30 minutes later. 30 minutes later, they both come down. She's got a whole different outfit on, looking like Where's Waldo. Like, she literally looked like Where's Waldo. Like, you wouldn't even know she was who she was. Like, totally different person. Granted, like, you would think that they were going out and it's morning time or like afternoon. We're about to go for a stroll. It's 11:30.
She put on her
it
night
ain't
out.
on a Sunday.
She put on
Nah,
her
she
night
hit the
outfit.
slopes. Nope, she hit the slopes.
It's 11:30 on a Sunday. They came down like they're about to take a hike. Like, remember she said hike? She like hiking. They probably did go for one.
Yeah, that's what happens when you hit the slopes.
Hey, you want to know what? That's probably the last time we saw her. That dude was crazy.
You don't
That
think
dude
she
was crazy looking.
You don't think she met her? You don't think she met her 5 a.m. flight?
I don't know. Well, not with Ricky Ricardo in his backpack.
She probably ain't go to sleep. So Buddy walking around.
Oh, she wasn't going to sleep. She made that clear. She's like, I still got 6 hours and I'm not going to bed. He was like, cool. Like, he walked up there at first like, oh, shoot. Who are all these black guys?
He won the battle, though.
That's because he met her at the day party. With her cowboy boots on. I was like, interesting from Mississippi, MISSISS
She could have picked a different team.
That's her team.
Disrespecting my squad.
I said, oh, Big Mo. Big Mo would have appreciated it. She had Georgia Bulldogs and Falcons.
Disrespecting my squads like that.
She wasn't. She was repping y'all squads big time.
Probably was
all the way over here.
No,
she did what?
Probably was a crackhead.
She can't do crack. She's in the military.
That's what she does. That's what she does. The other thing, gets out of your system quicker.
Every reason to do it, right? Like,
why do you think Why do you think doctors and them do coke and stuff? Because they say it gets out of your bloodstream quicker than anything else.
I heard that.
Sorry, all doctors out there.
Hey, as long as it ain't the night before you operate on me, we're good.
You don't know.
I don't.
Or they drink. It gets out of your system quicker. Why do you think there's a lot of drunk doctors out there?
That's true.
Alcoholics.
Dang, Doc, you better not be.
That's true.
Take a break. Pause. For the cause. What happened right there?
What's that?
Hey, did you also see that 11 inmates escaped out of New Orleans this last week?
Hey, did you see that they have a poll? Like they got a bet on who's gonna be the last one standing?
Oh man, I would have bet on that one.
There's five guys. There's 5 guys still out there.
Yeah, there's a bet going on. There's literally a live bet. I saw it on TikTok.
Where's Bonnie Hunter at?
I don't know, but there's a live bet going on.
Are like random people looking for these people and they getting paid?
Like
that would be crazy.
I just saw it on TikTok.
Listen, we just started a new game. If you can find them, you get to keep them. We're giving you $50,000 for each one you find.
Did you guys see that they arrested the one guy that was laying on the damn the bus bench?
Yeah,
he was laying there
sleeping. Yeah,
bro, really? You escaped from prison and that's where you go?
Apparently he couldn't run no more, Mo. He was like, dang. He's like, I just got to get out one more time.
Like, but some of these guys have been out and about like it's a normal thing.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they ain't that out and about because the 5 of them ain't been found. And then the 4 people that helped them didn't even run. They've
been arrested. Yep. They've been arrested.
Now y'all got to go in jail with them and these guys and try to figure out another way to get out.
So are you not gonna help? Are you not gonna help the homie who escaped?
Would you aid in the bet?
Like, no, if your friend.
That's what I mean. Jail, aiding and abetting.
He can't.
Nah.
You're not helping?
Nah. I can't, bro. There's like 3 people that's been arrested for aiding and abetting. I ain't trying to be up in there. I ain't trying to be up in there with you. Like I'm putting money on your books, bro. I ain't trying to roll with you. Like, come on, man.
First of all, where are we going? Like, what are we about to go do? He can't kick it. Dead serious. If you break out and you call me, I'm snitching. Yeah. He already told you.
You're snitching. You're not even going to keep quiet about it.
Mo already told
snitching,
you,
bro.
Big Mo already told you he was.
I want no tats that I was aiding and abetting. I'm snitching.
So what do you? Okay, let me reverse it. If you are escapee, where were you going?
Yeah, Mexico,
Utah. You ain't finding me in Utah.
What do you mean? You're gonna stand out. No offense to Utah.
Watch.
What?
No one's gonna say nothing.
You mean that one black guy that showed up? What do you mean?
I'm either going to Mexico or I'm going to Florida.
Nah, you can't go to Mexico. You
Or I'm going to Florida. Those are the two places.
Florida.
Yep.
But are
Utah.
you disappearing right away? Like, are
New
you
Mexico?
You call
I ain't
a
never
homie?
been there.
Immediately. Here's the thing: if I call a homie to just break me off a little change, otherwise I'm
can't call nobody.
But I'm out. I'm not sitting in the same city that's looking for me, bro.
Like, it's not a big city, obviously. So, right? It's not going to be. I guess they're in New Orleans, right?
I mean, New Orleans is fairly big, but
yeah, I guess so. So
I mean,
you're moving right away. Are you moving at nighttime?
I'm trying. I'm. That's when I travel.
Yeah.
In the daytime, I'm in like a damn cave or a little
cave. Camping.
I'm hiding out in the daytime. There's no seeing me in the daytime.
Okay. And then you're moving right away. So everything's on the low. I mean, obviously, once you give your ID, you're gonna be spotted, right?
Yeah.
So you can't give your ID.
You ain't got no ID.
You got to change your stuff.
Bro, how are you moving? How are you moving if someone gave you some change? You're not hitchhiking. Hitchhiking's out the door these days.
Hey, not always. Hitchhiking's still a thing.
No, it's not.
People still do hitchhike.
I haven't seen a hitchhiker in a while.
You know, it's funny.
In a while was what, last week?
I saw
years.
I saw a guy today that holding up a sign that said Wilsonville as I was driving the basketball.
Oh, really?
I think last year going to
I wasn't going to Wilsonville, bro. I was going the opposite way.
Oh, yeah? Would you stop?
Nah.
See?
Nah.
Well, I ain't picking nobody up.
But truckers do. I'm telling you, I'm finding a way, bro.
That's because half the truckers are serial killers. So
you know how I'm getting to Mexico or Florida, I don't know. I'm finding a way.
Trucker,
but I'm out. Yeah. I'm out. I'm telling you guys, there's a cartel that's always willing to try and help.
Nah,
don't know how I'm gonna pay them
definitely
back.
Not going that way.
But I'm out. There's no way. I mean, why would you sit around there? You know you're gonna be caught. They know your whereabouts. So, like these 5 guys that they're looking for,
honestly, I guarantee where I'd go.
They done left. They done left New Orleans.
Vegas. With all the cameras?
Yeah, just be doing it big before they get me. Just doing the most in Vegas. I was like, they finna catch me anyway because I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere where I can't talk to nobody.
Your ass
ain't
escaping, bro. You ain't escaping.
I'd be like, dang, I can't go. This been 2 weeks since I said a word to somebody. This is gonna be crazy.
Oh,
is it fair? Is it fair for the janitor to get arrested because he was the one who shut off the water? They said that because they said that they threatened him he's gonna get shanked, and so that's why he turned off the water.
So wait. Did they threaten him at that moment, or did they threaten, or was it like a couple of days and then they told
beforehand?
But see, that's the thing. If you're working at the prison and you're getting threats, they have the moment, like for that moment of time, I feel that you can go tell somebody, right? And then it's up to the jail to reposition you because you really will get shanked at that point. But I feel
reposition you. The second they know that you snitched out on the inmates, you don't think every inmate's gonna be after you to snitch. So like,
could they send somebody from the outside at her?
That's why I won't be working at that jailhouse no more. Send me to another jail.
They're gonna send that kite to the other jail.
So is it right for that guy to get arrested?
I mean, you essentially you essentially helped 10 people escape, bro. Or you could have let them broke out and then snitch. I mean, there's a lot of ways you could snitch. It could have been a quiet tip, right?
Jamesian said, "How you even getting to Mexico? Ain't nobody picking you up."
See, y'all don't know that. That's the thing. Hey, there's always one crazy out there that the breakouts and stuff it excites them, right? So they want to be part of it. There's always somebody out there. Let's be honest, right? Like there's always somebody out there that it excites you. Right. So therefore, I just got to find that person as I'm traveling
pen pal
south, pen pal, whatever you got. There's always pen pals. Oh, they going through all them people pen pals at this point.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask this then. Do you think the prison should be issued like arrested or in trouble that person because they didn't let the public know?
Yeah, they should. They should be reprimanded.
I do. I do think I think the public should have been known immediately. Because I think one of those guys was a murderer that's out, right?
Yeah,
that they haven't found yet.
He's still out,
and apparently that murder was he's claiming innocent,
He
but
had
the people
somebody
that's
house. They
actually
did already.
testified against him.
He had
So
somebody house on the coast.
he could be,
or in the
he could be
woods.
plotting up some stuff,
They
man.
already did. He kicking it.
Yeah, he could be plotting up some stuff. So I do think that when there's a breakout, like the first people you should alert is your community, man. And then they also said that it took 7 days before they even did like a sweep of the prison or search the prison and stuff too.
7 hours.
Oh, I thought
was
they
like
said 7 days.
They are
I thought they
slick.
said. I thought they
Shoot,
said
we're
a full
breaking
week.
everybody out.
I was gonna say, yeah, whole week, man.
Hey, I
They on
thought it was.
vacation.
I thought that's what I heard, but maybe it was.
No, I think it's
But-
7 hours because if you go a week, that's crazy.
Did y'all see
I thought
another?
it was a week.
The chief of police, another one, just escaped just on Sunday.
There was
I-
like
I-
59-year-old,
right?
out
There was like
of
4 people?
Arkansas, just one guy, chief of police,
I actually think
ex-chief of police, murder and rapist,
The-
escaped on Sunday.
Ooh, that's not
Oh, I
good.
think I saw that.
How is it so easy just to break out of jail now? I'm just trying to figure that out.
Well, my thing is, I thought there's a lot of like property around these prisons, right? So it's hard to like you got to run through
That's just out
fields
here.
and stuff,
That's just us.
like on life.
That's just us out here.
Okay,
Like
right.
life.
Everybody else ain't got that much space.
Okay, that makes sense. But no, I mean, it is what it is. But I thought whoever wrote that sign to the cops when they broke out, that was pretty sweet though. I think they told them something, like got to do better or better not look next time. Or
That was
whatever they
them.
said.
That was 11 people that broke out. They wrote that.
But whoever
What
wrote
they
the
write?
sign,
They left a sign said something like, I don't know.
they left a sign to the cops said you got to do better or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But they did it. They did it like at night, right? This dude walked out in the middle of the day.
No, there's someone who
He pretended he made a makeshift officer outfit in jail and walked out.
makeshift. That's kind of crazy.
Well, that's what they said because obviously it's not authentic, so they're gonna say a makeshift.
That's insane, bro.
There was 4 people who escaped in another prison in Louisiana the same week.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wow, they're getting out there.
Hey.
Something's wrong.
Well, you
know what they might be doing? They might be putting the right people into the spots to get the people out. You never know.
I don't
Somebody,
know.
brother or uncle or somebody in there.
Why would you risk it though? That's my whole thing. Like,
because
that's what I don't get.
You're on life.
Well, not the people that's breaking out, the people that's helping, right? Like the accomplice. Like, why would you risk it? I think one of the dudes was scheduled to get out of prison. One of the dudes that broke out, he was scheduled to get out, and he was scheduled to get out in like a month.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hey,
bro, you got 30 days and you free.
He wanted to be out before Memorial Day.
Wanted to be out with the homies, huh?
He had a barbecue to go to.
He said, they was telling me about the barbecue coming up. I got to get out.
Bro, yeah.
I can't wait till the 4th of July. Now you're going to be in there when he get caught for a lot longer. Like, man, you was about to be out.
I see the people that,
he changed 30 days into probably 5 to 10 years.
But I see the people that got life. I get it, right? Like, you got life. You got nothing to lose. But bro, you getting out in 30 days.
They probably talked him into it. Like, man, you better go with this. It's like, oh shit.
Bro, I would have been the last one walking out, and I would have shut the door right behind him and went to bed.
Bro, they escaped through that's too. They went to bed.
Hey, see y'all later. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's been good.
Then they escape behind like that fence or that toilet or whatnot. I would have shut it right behind them.
You can still do that shit. These motherfuckers dug a tunnel through the toilet.
Through the pipes. Yeah, through the wall.
No way. No fucking way.
You would think as many movies has come out that they would fix that by now, but nah, bro. It's still a thing, man. It's still
these dudes making hammers and shit and things that fucking break rock up in jail. But then the minute they get out of jail, can't make nothing. Like I don't understand how that works.
Like they can.
Man,
well, you could have slept in prison. That motherfucker was. They
MacGyver all day long in prison. MacGyver all day long.
He was sleeping at a bus stop, bro. You could have slept in prison, man. Come on, in the daytime.
He's sleeping in prison. I'll tell you that.
Hey, that was a different kind of sleep.
In the daytime, this joker was sleeping at a bus stop, bro, in daylight.
Wow. I mean,
at least he had a change of clothes, though. I ain't mad at him.
He did get a change of clothes. Wow.
Maybe that bus never
Hey,
came.
so we only got 15 minutes left. I had a bunch of questions to ask and would you rather's, but I'm gonna get into this topic because this is a very interesting one. I don't know if you, Big Mo, have seen this video that has been going around that HD actually sent into the group that we were in. So I don't know if you had a chance to watch this video. And I would have sent it to you to post it, but it is not even worth posting.
Oh, that one?
It is not even worth posting. And I will
Which
tell you this right
there's-
now. I
there's-
did share this with my wife. Okay. So I just had to ask. Let me tell you about it. Okay. There's a video of there's a podcast, and at the podcast they're talking about dirty secrets or something to that effect. And they asked one of the girls on the show, like, hey, tell us one of your craziest, dirtiest secrets or whatnot. And she's like, well, I got one. She had a bunch apparently. So she goes, I got one. And this one is, I'm sleeping with this guy and we're having a threesome. And the threesome's with his mom.
Wait,
That's not even the full thing.
I know. That's what I'm just stopping at right there.
bro, this was an Instagram?
Yeah.
It's in your phone. He sent it to
What,
us.
what was the response of the podcast?
Oh, they all were quiet. Like they were like, no, wait, repeat that. And then they're like, you're his real mom, not like a stepmom or something. She's like, no, his biological real mom. And then so they said, usually if you're in a threesome, everybody interacts with each other. And she said, she sure was.
She was the first one to go down.
So she's
Hard head.
interacting with her son.
Correct.
She needs to be in jail. Fuck. Forget that. Put that disclaimer up. She needs to be in jail.
I probably should have put the disclaimer up before I said that to show that I was
put the disclaimer.
I probably should have said that before I brought that up.
She doing what?
So the mom and the son are having threesomes with each other and another. And that other was that girl on that particular podcast.
And
she said it was the time of her life.
I bet it was for her.
And everybody was sitting there like, are you serious?
Dang.
So my thought was, when did this first start? Like, it had to have happened as he was a kid. Because you don't just get grown and be like, you know what, Mom?
Hey, bro, you got a name? Can we reach out and see if they can join our podcast?
Oh, I thought you was about to say. I thought you was about to say something else.
No, I was not about to say what you thought.
I was like, was she about to join? Shoot, I don't know what her name is on that thing. I guess we could. This owner, you got the same reel or TikTok I got.
Bro, I gotta look. That's just that's absolutely insane, man.
I was thinking of all the worst things when she was about to start, and that never crossed my mind. Like, I'm trying to figure out how you got there. Like himself, like,
nah, he was a kid, bro. He was a kid.
And then how do you go? Like, how do you? He grown now.
He was a kid when they started, though.
But he's still grown. So how?
But it became normal, bro.
Hey, what up, my guys?
It's a psychological thing,
hey, man,
bro.
I just had a threesome. He's like, yeah, y'all like, oh man, really? Yeah, me, this girl, my mom.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Big Mo. I see what you're saying.
It's a psychological thing, bro. Like she was already talking, like she was already doing that one since he was a kid, so it's normal.
That's insane. That went farther. That went all the way to the farthest. I was like, man, I was not expecting those words.
Well, I don't expect that. I don't expect you to be able to Google that. It's on Instagram.
Oh, who has that?
Chamisio.
Oh, you can just send it. You got it on your phone.
The Google expert. I gotta. Well, y'all know how many messages I get from our coaches chat?
She's beyond nasty. I'm just trying to figure out, like, how do you just bring that into a group thing? Like, hey, girl, look, this is what we be doing. And that girl was like, okay, this is cool. Not like, this is weird. I don't want to do with this. She was like, nah, I'm in, all in.
That just shows you how
That's
nasty
crazy.
them girl. Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
I'm speechless. I can't even comment on that. I got a lot of questions for them. It's a psychological thing, though, bro.
Wow.
There's no doubt about it, man. It's definitely a psychological thing, bro.
Interesting.
Damn. What else? Skip that topic.
Okay, I got another topic. So I'm at Mad. I'm having some lunch, and I'm having a conversation with this guy. This guy is sitting next to me. He's out of the area where we coach at. So we're having conversations about things and stuff over in that area. Now, at the same time, there's a girl sitting next to him on the other side of him. This girl doesn't speak. She hasn't said a word at all. She's just texting on her phone, right? Blonde hair, fake titties, and all that stuff. Okay. So I'm talking to the dude. We're having a conversation, laugh, and crack it up. He goes to the bathroom. The girl makes a phone call. Talking on the phone, and all of a sudden it goes, "Hey, what's up? We'll be over there in like 15, 20 minutes."
The girl? Wait, the girl?
So I do my neck. So I look back, and I'm like, wait, because I thought somebody had walked up right to the table or walked up to the right behind me.
Yeah.
There. So I thought I was losing my mind. So I turned back, and the conversation says again, "Yeah, when he comes out the bathroom, we'll leave in like 15 minutes."
Did you look at the Adam's apple?
I ain't had to look at the Adam's apple. I heard the voice. Like, what you? So I'm thinking, this dude had a full-on conversation. That person never said anything. And then I'm thinking to myself, what is going on here? So my question is,
where you having lunch at, bro?
I was at the Greek. Man, Greek, do you think male or female should expose that they are or were the opposite sex to people? Meaning
100%.
Transitioning.
100%. I think just a couple years ago there was a dude in Vancouver that ended up killing this girl because she turned out to be a trans when he was sleeping with her. Yeah, you got to disclose that, bro. Like that's a sensitive topic for me, so I won't get too into it because I may get fired from all jobs I have. But yes, you got to disclose that stuff.
He said,
"There's no doubt about it."
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think it's rightfully so. Tell the person that you're seeing or dating if you're transitioning or whatever it is, because it's a thing that someone has to accept and move forward, whatever direction you like.
Only if you're dating, not if you're having a conversation.
No, because it doesn't matter.
I mean, here's the thing, bro. If you're having a conversation with somebody and you can't tell in their voice that they're a man, that's on you, bro.
Okay.
Is it just a friendly conversation, or is it just a random,
let's say you just walked up, or that person y'all talking, you don't know.
If it's random, because if you think about it, right, like we sit at the bar all the time and randoms just talk to you. No, you don't have to disclose that. You're not trying to hit on them, but you know, if you're in a process of like if you're trying to talk to somebody, you got to disclose that, bro. Because to HD's point, you got to be comfortable, man. Like first of all, like I sniff them out. Like if you ask me, I can look and tell.
Pause.
Hey man, there's a look that you just ooh ah. But yeah, to HD's point, bro, you got to disclose that. That's just dang. I hope Buddy knew.
Do you know anybody that's ever happened to that they didn't know?
Yeah.
No.
What's the outcome?
They were very surprised.
Was it like a wow surprise or what the surprise?
They were trying to get intimate, and he found out. And they didn't disclose it. They found out by it because there was a little present waiting underneath.
Oh no!
So it went that far? Oh, bro. I would have cracked it. I would have cracked them upside the head.
Whoa, big boy.
I'm just, I don't care. Hey, y'all can say what you want to say, bro. Oh man. Hey, how did that conversation go? Bro,
that person just left.
They just left.
Oh my
Left in
God.
disbelief.
What?
But here, let's
Wow.
be wrong. Here, let's be honest with you, right? Like,
Oh my goodness.
there is some females out there that really look 100% truly female, and you
I
probably
agree.
couldn't tell
I know.
Oh,
unless they
100%.
expose it.
Oh, 100%. It happened to me in Miami before. But but again, I like it didn't get that far. Like what the
Yeah. So yeah.
like
What?
you
What do you
were
mean that? Wait a minute.
hey
Wait.
this is just
No.
a
You brought it
conversation.
up. You brought it up.
This
You
is just
brought
a
it up.
conversation, bro.
You brought this is why you're angry, huh? This is why you're so
Bro, stop! I already got to pee, man. I'm holding it. I'm holding it for 4 more minutes, man.
Oh no way.
Nah. But that is so they just got up and left.
Yep. In disbelief.
Dang.
Dang.
I mean, if you hit him, you're gonna get arrested for domestic violence or something. You get arrested for something, right? It's not hitting a guy, right? Is he hitting the girl?
Oh man.
Bro, you
By
swinging the same way I'm swinging. We men's like,
by definition, by that whatever they want. Depends what state you're in, I
bro.
guess.
That is brutal, man. Dang. They're gonna be struck for life on that one. That'd be a scar I wouldn't be able to get rid of. Man.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, so I got a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Or are we closing it up?
No,
Go ahead.
Okay.
We
Well,
always
we're
go
gonna
over.
we can end when we end.
We always go over.
Here's the question, and I think I addressed it to some of y'all earlier. And I know Platinum where I'm going with this. If you're in a situation and you got a girl that you're trying to holler at, and your homie was trying to holler at this girl, and they've been trying to see each other, right? Then you see her with your homie's homie. Do you tell your original friend that she was out with this other dude?
Absolutely.
As she was
100%.
just seeing you.
What?
As she just saw you.
Let me ask you this.
Absolutely.
What type of friend is it?
He's a good friend.
Oh, I'm telling. I'm snitch bitch Mo. Y'all already know that. I'm
Snitch
telling.
bitch.
Hey, I'm telling. Y'all already know that. I'm telling.
Snitch
I'm
bitch.
telling. I'm telling.
You tell him the full thing, or you tell him that you might want to look into it.
No, I'm telling him at that moment, right? Like I'm not waiting because here's the thing. I gotta see what his reaction is gonna be first and foremost, right? But second, I would tell him this is what I saw. Now, what you do with it is on you, but I saw it with my own eyes. But because again, you got some dudes that are in disbelief, just like you have females that are in disbelief. But at the same time, this is what I saw with my eyes. Now, what you do with it is what you do with it. But I did my part.
Yeah, I'm telling.
Like the,
Matter
in
of fact,
all in all fairness.
I didn't say nothing to the Platinum.
Matter of fact, I told the whole story.
Yep. See, snitch bitch Marcus.
I told.
Another one.
Hey,
But
I ain't got no loyalty, but to the main person I had to tell. The other person ain't my loyalty.
Especially you don't know her. Like, yeah.
I don't really know them. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I've heard that what everybody's bringing it up is that I was in that situation with a friend of mine, and his girl was out and about. We saw her kiss up on. He was out of town, and we saw her kiss up on a dude, and then like left for a little bit, and then came back. So whatever, right? We all told him. There was like 4 of us that told him what went down.
You lost your friendship, huh?
He got mad at us, and he stopped talking to us, and married his girl.
Yeah, but
you married his girl.
But you know what? No, all jokes aside.
And we grew up with this dude. We grew up with this guy.
Yeah, all jokes aside, I am telling, but at the same time, like part of telling, right, is you're gonna run the risk of some people will just cut you off because they're that naive or that delusional, unfortunately, right? But if you got a good enough relationship with the person and you tell, like that's all you can do. You did your part. Because would you like it if they said nothing?
And then found out you knew later.
Like,
right?
And
I agree with you.
Later,
I 100% agree with you.
Like at that point, that relationship is tarnished at that point, right? Like at that point, that's a big problem.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I was surprised, but I felt like there was a situation that happened this weekend, and I was in shock when it went down. but yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. Dang, word get
Going
around
down.
fast. Just got a text from RS. I heard that you made friends with one of the Hoot Source referees working hard today.
Oh, he
Yeah.
texted.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's Platinum's best friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
We talk about
Yeah.
parents and AAU? No, we didn't do that. We'd save
Yeah.
that for
Some
the next
parents
time.
are interesting. But yeah, man, I'm telling, like, yeah. At the same
Hey.
time, if you want to cut me off, go right ahead. But I mean,
I
I
got-
did my part. It's off
I got-
my conscience.
I got one more question before we get out of here. If your wife or significant other would allow you to have a threesome with a celebrity, would you, and who would it be?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess.
Big Mo. Just
Hey.
because she's listening. Just because she's listening. Don't get brownie points.
No. Has nothing to do with she's listening, right? Part of me is like yes. The other part of me is like no, right? Because I might fall in love with that celebrity.
That's the worst.
I mean,
answer.
you already got.
That's the worst answer. Who's your celebrity? Who's your celebrity?
You already got a crush on her, right? Like all of a sudden,
Who
it's
is
like,
it?
Ooh. Who's
that made
what?
it worse.
Who's
my celebrity? Oh, it's Beyonce all day long.
Hey Mo, you can't take my girl. I told you that. You
Oh shit! It will look like we gonna rock.
We can't share.
Hey, we gonna rock paper scissors shoot.
That's all right. I can go back and take Salmon Hayek. I'm good with that.
She's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, rock paper scissors shoot.
Who you never said anybody, Andy?
Man, Halle Berry or Gabrielle Union, probably.
Oh, he going back old school.
Gabrielle old school. All of them are old school.
Hey, Beyonce's my age. She's my age, bro.
She's still old school.
That's old school Beyonce, bro.
Oh, come on. Halle Berry, like 60 years old almost, bro.
You ain't seen Halle Berry? Have you seen her?
Yeah, she's like 50.
What about Samuel Hayek? Have you seen her?
Yeah, she's like 50 something.
I used to have a heavy crush on Kelly Rowlands, but
really,
yeah, I did, man. I used to like some Kel. Yeah.
Over Beyonce? I mean, they were together, right?
I did. It was Kel. I used to like Kelly.
Definitely not. Absolutely not.
I mean, they're all cougars and milford. You guys are at the age where the girls are the same age as your cougars and milfs. What do you mean?
Well, bro, you said Halle Berry. She's like 60 years old, man.
No, she's like 50 something, bro.
That's okay. 50.
It's okay, he said.
It's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Little age with the wine. Nothing wrong with that.
With that, we got age. Hey, we got to end this show with that day coming. Okay. Oh man,
shit, I'm getting old too. Soon
I'll
be that.
Oh man, shoot.
She carries herself well. I just saw her recently. I was like, okay, Haley, I see you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Wait, hold on. Is there like a? So you just said that she was too old. Is there a cutoff age for how young the celebrity can be?
For a celebrity crush, I think.
Yeah.
No.
I don't. I will have to put
Nickelodeon kids is where you about to be at.
Whoa.
I will have to put
because they were on Nickelodeon. Now they're like 20, 30 now.
No, I'm pretty sure HG is talking more of an older gap type. Yeah, I would say there would be a cutoff age for me. I don't know. I don't know what that age is, but I do think that it would be.
35.
Just curious. 35. I feel you on that. I got you.
Just in case it ever happens, babe. Just throwing it out there.
was that your way to get it out?
This is way talking about I'm turning 50 in a few years. Make this happen.
Wait, why is that a thing? Why are dudes like, I want to have a threesome, like the biggest thing? Like, oh man, that'd be the greatest thing ever. I thought about that before I came up with that question. I thought to myself, that'd be cool, but so with the Super Bowl, like I would rather be at the Super Bowl. Than that.
Yeah, me too. I would rather be at the Super Bowl 100% than
But those are two different pleasures.
You
That's
know
what
what?
I mean.
Fuck, bro. You know what? Sometimes it's challenging. Hey, sometimes it's challenging making one happy. Now you got to do two. That's a lot of work, bro.
Hey, you know what used to crack me up? My uncles used to be like, man, you know what? I used to have like 6 or 7 in a day, nephew. I'd be like, there's no way. There's no way.
The OG uncles?
There's no way 6 or 7 in a day. There's no way.
He's like, the pills weren't even invented back then.
Hey, especially when you go back to the OG uncles, boy, they always talking about like 6 or 7, and I'm thinking in my head like,
I'm like,
damn, Unc, you ain't tired? Like,
you do a minute here, a minute there. Just, I'm out.
Hey, 1 minute here, you got to take about 2 hours. Another minute.
he probably like, I didn't tell you it was all in one day. It was full 24 hours.
Oh man, boy, that's stupid.
All right, let's get out of here, bro. I gotta eat. I'm hungry. Plus, I got some clouds to go take care of.
Yeah, you should eat, man, because you guys was cutting my dinner time. I gotta go eat too.
Oh, sorry, man. Appreciate you taking the time out of your dinner time on these. It's a Monday, not a Sunday.
First of all, y'all should eat at 5:30. I ate at 6:30.
I ate at 3.
I ate 60. If I'm eating at 5:30, I'm getting hungry at 9 again.
You said I ate 60.
I ate at 6:30. Now it's time for a snack.
That's what I'm about to do.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem.
I'm gonna have 2 snacks. I'm gonna have my second dinner and a dessert.
Well,
See, it's cool. You gotta eat like dinner at 7:30. 7:30 is dinner.
Yeah,
7:30
is your home at 7:30.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like
that's
when you're at practice, it's like, do you eat before or after? There's no in between.
I got to do after, because if I'm doing before, I'm hungry again by the time I get back.
Yeah,
I will cook another meal.
You got the bathroom.
See, that's a snack when I get home.
What's a snack? A whole meal? A sandwich?
Nah, it's like a bar or something.
A bar?
And then yeah, like
I'm hungry still.
Yeah, no, it's like a bar or something, or some chips or some cookies, or you know
you about to pass out with the chips in his hand on the bed.
Unless I'm hungry.
I've seen it. Trust me, I've seen it. I've seen him do that.
Hey, you guys,
you would think Big Mo was on edibles the way he be passing out with food.
Hey, when it's time for me to go to sleep, it's time for me to go to sleep, even if that's at 3 a.m, fellas.
Even if chip in one hand, hugging the bag of chips in the other hand. I'm like, this dude.
Like you about to steal the shit. Yeah.
Hey, I sleep well though.
Man.
Oh man. All right.
Thank y'all for tuning into the show. We better get off of here. Let me get our shot.
Get my shot on. Oh, sorry, HD. We'll send you a special bottle. We got you.
Oh, you guys are still. I still got my gift. Scammers.
Bro, don't be talking bad about our podcast. We gonna get your gift to you. We just late.
We give you a gift when I get paid.
Oh.
I was about to say, you getting paid?
I was like, I need that. That's got to help out the budget. Thank y'all for tuning into the Guy Lingo Podcast. We got to get off this thing. Happy Memorial Day to all y'all. I hope y'all had good times with y'all family. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, HD. Big Mo, we out.
We out. Text message on the cruise. Think about it. Oh, Marcus, you going live again?
No.
Yeah, you are. Let me stop. I got it.